Are you wondering how you can create a graffiti text effect in Illustrator? If your answer is yes, then you're in the right place. Hi there everyone, my name is Andrei Marius. I've been working in Illustrator for over 10 years, and in this Envato Tuts Plus tutorial, I'll put my experience to use as I show you step by step how you can create this graffiti text effect using Adobe Illustrator. To complete your design, you'll need this Street Hustle font, some splatter and smear brushes, and a brick wall texture. All of these assets come from Envato Elements, so make sure to check out Envato Elements, where you can get unlimited downloads of stock videos, music, graphics, photos, fonts, and many more, all ready to use and with simple commercial licensing. You can subscribe right now with the link in the description. Now let's move to Illustrator to create a new document. Select pixels from this drop-down menu, set the width to 850 and the height to 890 pixels. Make sure that the color mode is set to RGB and the resolution to 72 pixels per inch. And then you can click this button to create your new document. Press Ctrl and 0 to fit the artboard on your entire screen. Then go to Window in the menu bar and first of all make sure that the control panel is active, and then open all the panels that have this check mark. Don't forget to also open the character panel. And when you're done, you can start by selecting the type tool from your toolbar and focus on the character panel to set the settings for the text that you're about to create. Select that Street Hustle font, increase the size to 150, and just click on your artboard to type in your text. For my example, I'll use Bears, Beasts, Battlestar Galactica. This is a quote from the TV series The Office, but feel free to type in your own text. If you choose to follow my example, you'll have to select Battlestar Galactica and lower the font size to 100. Increase the leading to 140. Now press the Escape key to easily switch to the Selection tool. Center your text. Make sure that the alignment is set to artboard and then click these two buttons to easily move your text to the center of the artboard. Keep it selected and let's stylize it. First of all, remove the current text color and then add a new fill for your text using this button from the Appearance panel. Keep this new fill selected and replace the color with 50, 255, and again 255. Return to the Appearance panel to add a second fill for your text using this same button. Keep it selected and replace the color with 63, 0, and 109, and then go to Effect, Path, and Offset Path. Set the offset to -2 pixels, select the round from this drop-down menu, and click OK to apply the effect. Now select the bottom fill and duplicate it using this button. Drag it on top of your other fills, select it, and apply an offset path effect. Set the offset to -3 pixels, click OK, reselect your top fill, and let's also apply a transform effect. You'll need to drag both of these move sliders to -2 pixels, which will move your selected fill 2 pixels up and 2 pixels to the left. Click OK to apply this second effect. Now select the middle fill and duplicate it using this same button. Drag this new fill below the rest of your fills. Open the offset path effect that's already applied and set the offset to 5 pixels. Click OK. Reselect this bottom fill and again duplicate it. Select the offset path effect that's already applied and remove it. And then you need to apply a transform effect to move your selected fill 10 pixels down and 10 pixels to the right. Click OK to apply this effect. Keep focusing on the Appearance panel. Add a new fill, and for the beginning, let's drag it to the top of the panel to make it visible. Keep it selected and replace the color with 148, 16, and 239. Then go to Effect, Path, and Offset Path. Set the offset to 5 pixels, and again remember to select round from this drop-down menu. Click OK. Let's also move this fill 10 pixels down and 10 pixels to the right using a transform effect. Return to this fill and lower the opacity to 30%, and then drag it to the bottom of the appearance panel below the rest of your fills. Keep it selected and let's add a new fill on top of it. Again, drag it to the top of the appearance panel to make it visible as we work on it. Replace this color with 250, 220, and 30, and then apply a 15 pixels offset path effect. Don't forget to also select round from this drop-down menu. Click OK. Let's drag this yellow fill below the rest of your fills. Keep it selected and duplicate it. Open the offset path effect that's already applied for this bottom fill and lower it to 10 pixels. And then apply a transform effect to move this fill 10 pixels down and 10 pixels to the right. Click OK to apply this effect. And when you're done, you'll need to download this set of splatter and smear brushes and then return to your Illustrator document. Let's focus on the brushes panel and do a quick cleanup. Open the flyer menu, go to select all unused and remove all of your unused brushes. And now you can click this button, go to other library, find the folder with your splatter and smear brushes, and just double click this file to open this panel with all of these brushes. Now make sure that your text is still selected and focus on the appearance panel to select the stroke. You need to apply this Drip 11 brush, replace the color with 232, 0 and 140, then apply an offset path effect, make it 15 pixels, don't forget to select round from this drop-down menu, click OK. With this stroke still selected, let's also go to Effect, Pathfinder and Add. Drag your stroke to the bottom of the appearance panel below the fills. Keep this stroke selected and duplicate it. Select this stroke and replace drip number 11 with drip number 10. Also replace this color with 148, 16, and 239. And this will be your text effect. Let's move to the swatches panel and click this button to quickly save all the colors that are used for this text effect. Click OK to add this group of colors. And now let's see how you can use some of these other brushes to further decorate your text. You can start with this Drop 5 scatter brush, so just drag it on your artboard, select it, and as you can see you have a group of shapes that make up this brush. If you select the fill and replace the color with this one, you will notice that the brush comes with a rectangular frame. You can easily remove this frame using the direct selection tool. Just click the edge of this rectangle and press the delete key to remove it. Now you can use the selection tool to move this brush in this position. When you're done, you can press Ctrl C and then Ctrl F to add a copy in the same place. Let's replace the color with yellow. Hold down the Shift key as you click and drag this bounding box to constrain the size of your brush. And let's move it somewhere around this position. Return to this set of brushes. Continue with this Drop 7 brush and add it to your design. Select it and replace the color with yellow. Use again the direct selection tool to select this frame and remove it. Now use the selection tool to move this paint drop in this position and scale it a bit, somewhat like this. Now select this brush and add it to your design. Let's move it so we can see it. Replace the color with yellow. Again, remove this rectangular frame. Now reselect the remaining group and rotate it. Scale it somewhat like this and move it in this position. Switch to the brush tool from your toolbar, select this smear brush from the set of brushes, and click and drag to draw a path along the top edge of your text, somewhat like this. When you're done, remember to hold down the Control key and click outside your selection to deselect it. Let's scroll down to the bottom of this list and select this brush. Again, simply click and drag to draw a brush stroke somewhat like this. Select the stroke and replace the color with this one. Lower the stroke weight to about 0.5 points. Let's use the selection tool to move this path around this position. Also drag it below your text in the Layers panel. Continue to use the same techniques and brushes and decorate the rest of your text with drips and drops until you end up with something that's somewhat similar with this. Once you're done, you can close this panel and select the rectangle tool from your toolbar to create the background. Simply click on your artboard to create an 850 by 890 pixels shape. You can press Shift and X to quickly swap the fill and stroke color settings. Select the fill and replace the color with 34, 30, and 31. Use again these two buttons to easily move your shape to the center of the artboard. Now drag it to the bottom of the Layers panel to make the rest of your design visible. And for the next move, you'll need one of these brick wall textures. So let's download this file and return to the Illustrator document. You need to open texture number 12 from this pack. Select it and press Ctrl C to copy it. Now you can close this document and return to your design. Press Ctrl and V to paste that brick wall texture. Move to the control panel and lower the height of your texture to 890 pixels. Click again these two buttons to center your texture. Keep it selected and let's focus on the appearance panel to lower the opacity to 70% and also change the blending mode to soft light. And then go to Effect, Stylize, and Drop Shadow to apply a subtle shadow effect for your texture. Change the blending mode to normal, increase the opacity to 80%, set the offset values to 0 and 1, decrease the blur value to 0 pixels, remember to replace the color with white, and then you can click OK to apply this effect. For the final touch, you need to reselect this background rectangle, press Ctrl C to copy it, and then Ctrl Shift and V to add a copy in the same place but on top of the rest of your design. Keep it selected and replace the fill color with black. Lower the opacity to 25% and change the blending mode to soft light, and then go to Effect, Artistic, and Film Grain. Drag the sliders to 20, 0, and 10. Click OK to apply this effect, and with this final touch, your design is complete. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Remember to hit that like button as it lets me know that I did a good job. Subscribe if you aren't already, and don't forget to click that little bell icon to be notified of any new tutorials. I'm Andrei Marius, and I'll see you in the next video.